What's up, y'all? Boy, this your boy Marlo, the OG, aka Marlo Block, and I'm back at it with another episode on the Sticks movement. Success takes intelligence, courage, knowledge, and self-sacrifice. And today, I gonna be talking about the streets and jumping off the porch. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to be comparing the streets, aka the concrete jungle, to the real jungle, the real rainforest, the real desert. I gonna be comparing all that to a real jungle. So let's get it started. You see what I'm saying? Number one, if you a young man, young nigga out there in them streets, man, catching a body, that shit get you respect, man. But you can be a clown and catch a body, man. You see what I'm saying? And go to jail and get beat up. You see what I'm saying? So that's the future now. People ain't really respecting that no more because they know you can pull a trigger and still be a straight clown, man. People respecting motherfuckers who handling business. You see what I'm saying? That's what people respecting. I just had to get that up out there. You see what I'm saying? But number one, oh yeah, I gotta put this in there too. Number one, when you jump off that porch, I don't care if you 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old. When you leave out your house, you gotta treat the streets, you gotta treat whatever you doing in the streets like you going to war. You see what I'm saying? You gotta treat this shit like you going to war. When you leave out your house, you gotta, sometimes you gotta leave out that thing. I ain't give you 12. Cause you doing stuff out your house, man. If you 12, you gotta leave out your house with that basket in your hand and cause somebody trying to do you. You see what I'm saying? You gotta treat the streets like you literally in the army. You see what I'm saying? Like when you out there in them streets, you can't be in no corner and shit. You gotta have your back against the wall so you can see everything. Don't be on the block laughing and playing with people. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause that's how you ain't gonna see when police pull out. Or that's how you ain't gonna see when the ops pull out. Clapping. You see what I'm saying? At all times, you gotta be posted up like you a soldier. You as a soldier, you a street soldier. You see what I'm saying? Have your back against the wall. You feel me? That number one. You see what I'm saying? But the second thing is, I'm about to start comparing the streets to the jungle now. All right, you got your birds. You got the birds, right? You got birds that just eat vegetables, then you got birds that eat meat too. I compare the human. When I compare a human to birds. All right, the birds that just eat vegetables, right? They're the birds that could be watching you, telling, not even doing it on purpose. You see what I'm saying? They could be telling the ops your moves, telling your people, your friends that you don't want to know your every move. They just could be running them out every time a new person come in the hood or come on the block. Those are the birds that just eat vegetables. But then you got the birds that eat meat, like vultures, eagles, falcons. Those birds right there, they be watching you. They be watching you just like the other birds that just eat vegetables and grass and shit. But the birds that eat meat, man, they literally, the birds that eat meat, they smart. So they'll watch you until you take a loss. Until you got a lot of stuff going on in your life. You got court dates coming up. They see you got some drama with your family going on some way. They just try to wait till you at your weakest, and that's when they come attack you. You see what I'm saying? That's when they come try to smoke you, try to rob you, try to take your fame, try to take your respect, try to knock your ego. Them what you call vultures. You see what I'm saying? All right. You got your hyenas. That's kind of like my favorite subject to talk about. You see what I'm saying? The hyenas or the group of there's the group, there's that funny ass little group of people, women or men. The hyenas, they trying to take your spot. It'll be a group of people that they're actually sitting down talking about how they gonna take your spot, whether it be to take you out, whether it be to smoke you, whether it be you doing good in music and they want to knock you off just to, so they can take their music skills off. It could be anything, man. And hyenas, they roll in the pack. A hyena ain't gonna really attack you when they by themselves. You see what I'm saying? They gonna wait till they about 3 or more deep to come and attack you. You see what I'm saying? Then you got the cheetahs. The cheetahs is the fast talking niggas. You see what I'm saying? Like when you jump off the porch, might be a nigga, he might be a couple of years older than you. You see what I'm saying? And he you gotta watch out for motherfuckers who make that shit sound good. You see what I'm saying? They making it sound good. Hey, Lil Brad got you this, Lil Brad got you that. Man, fuck all that talking, man. You see what I'm saying? Fuck all that talking. The actions. You see what I'm saying? It could be times where you doing your thing and you might have somebody older come on the block, just start talking to you. You know, talking about this, talking about putting these type of plans together, talking about that. But they only doing that because you a young nigga, man. And they trying to get up in your mix, man. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta stay away from the cheaters too. You see what I'm saying? All right. Now you got your, you got your hippos. You feel me? The hippos, I ain't really say they negative or positive. You feel what I'm saying? They really, it ain't no in between in the streets, but they really kind of like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But if you need me, all right, y'all. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, with the hippos, if you need them, they'll be right there. But if you don't do what they say, they'll cut throat you, man. You see what I'm saying? That's what the hippos do. You feel me? Then you got your owls. You got your owls, they sit back and then they just watch everything. You see what I'm saying? They copy everything you do. You see what I'm saying? I'm the owls. You see what I'm saying? Like, now that we got the social media shit going on now, the owls, that's the closest thing I can compare to some future terms type things. Like your owls be the people. You got 1,000 watchers, but only 100 people liking your shit. You see what I'm saying? Them be the owls. The other 900 people, them be the owls. The people on the corner, the people on the porch you walk past every day. You think that person don't know your name sitting on that porch? Hell yeah, that person know you. That's an owl right there. Like, look, what little do people know? You could be, if it's nighttime, right? And everything dark, you could be having a regular conversation, but because it's nighttime and it's quiet, a motherfucker down the street can hear your conversation, bro. So when you out in the streets, you gotta keep it low. You gotta keep them conversations low, cause the owls, they listening and they watching. Oh God. But then you got your you got the Black Panther, who only come out at night. You gotta watch the Black Panthers, cause they slick, man. It's something about the Black Panthers, man. It's like they slick as hell, man. You feel me? Like, you don't gonna never see them coming. You see what I'm saying? And they coming with a gift. That's the thing about Black Panthers. They come with a gift, bro. And then you fuck around and you turn your back after y'all both done made some money together, or y'all got a lot of things on the table at once. You turn your back. He might not have been feeling like that when you met him, y'all, for 5 years you could have known this person, but at this, for some reason, at this one moment, you could turn your back. And you got everything on the table. When you turn your back, boom, he got you, man. Straight dead, straight gone. Yeah, man, but the shit like World War III out here, man. Words like World War III out here, and you got the foxes. You see why he's saying the foxes are trying to entice you to be with their team, or entice you to go through that, and they'll break you off with dust. See, like let me tell you about a fox in nature. A fox, find a batch of eggs, right? And a fox will never eat the eggs. Word. A fox will never eat the egg, right? But then the fox will literally wait until the eggs hatch and then eat the bird or whatever coming out the egg. You see what I'm saying? So I compare that to, when I compare a fox to a human, I comparing a motherfucker. I have you around them, boy, and all that shit. I have you around them. You ain't hatched yet. You still in the egg. You ain't hatched yet now. You still in the egg. But soon when you hatch, they go to hating on you. They go to telling lies. They go to telling people not to rock with you. You see what I'm saying? Soon you hatch, they gonna try to kill you. You see what I'm saying? Them be the foxes. Oh God. And then you got your giraffes out here. You feel me? They got their long necks, they got their neck and every fucking thing that go on. Like, if you a young nigga and you come on the block, right? And put this to the test. Just come on the block 5 days straight, right? Say you come on the block and we gonna say a nigga named Timmy. We gonna say Timmy. Say every day you come on the block, Timmy talking about a different person or a different situation. That's a giraffe right there, because he got his neck and everything. What do you think he gonna do when you walk off, man? You will be the topic of his conversation, whether it's positive or negative, man. You feel me? So, you can't be fucking with them giraffes neither, bro. You got snakes, pigs, giraffes, cheetahs, birds, vultures. You got all that shit you gotta watch out for, not just snakes, pigs, and rats. You feel what I'm saying? Then you got, what else? You got, man, you just got all type of people out here playing games. When it comes to the streets, ain't no rules. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to the streets, it ain't no God, it ain't no rules, it ain't none of that. It's all this right here. When it comes to the streets, ain't no luck, ain't about being blessed. Well, yeah, it is kind of being blessed, but when it comes to the streets, it ain't about being lucky, ain't none of that. This ain't no final destination shit. When it comes to the streets is like, all right, I signing up to play football. I signing up to play basketball. I gotta know what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? I gotta be on point. I gotta know who to deal with and who not to deal with. When it comes to the streets, I'm signing up for this. You see what I'm saying? Word. When you think of the streets, when you think about jumping off that porch, you gotta always remember it's a warning sign with like a million different rules on it, bro. You see what I'm saying? The only thing you supposed to do good in the streets is give a motherfucker what they pay for. You see what I'm saying? That's the only good thing you're supposed to do, because the streets don't owe you no loyalty. Nobody in the streets owe you no loyalty. The police don't owe you no loyalty. If you running in the streets with your brother, your black brother, he don't owe you no loyalty. Cause that the streets, anything can go down. You loyalty is if some niggas start blasting, and my brother the only one with the gun, but he under so much fire he can't blast back. What you gonna say? Damn, Brian bust back. But you see what I'm saying? So the streets tricky. You feel what I'm saying? But you gotta watch out for the snakes, the pigs, the cheetahs, the giraffes, the birds, and all these funny ass animals out here, man. I compare these humans to animals, man. But shit, I'ma wrap it up. This your boy Marlo, aka Marlo Block. I'm back at you with another episode of the Sticks Movement. Success takes intelligence, courage, knowledge, and self-sacrifice. And I'll be back at it with another episode later, man. I'm out.